Hello everyone. Today I stand before you to present two culminations of the applied financial growth rate of people in France on a consumption style in using digital banking. My name is Benedictus Ardhito Hendrosaputro, and I'm from School of Business and Management, Bandung Institute of Technology, majoring in international business. The emerge of the competitive business landscape has led to the greater emphasis on meeting customer demand and also ensuring their satisfaction. Financial institutions have responded to consumer demand by expanding their services to include mobile banking, offering convenience access to goods and service. And this study aims to investigate how people purchasing habits while using digital banking applications that are influenced by the financial growth rate in France. Digital banking has gained significant traction in France that driven by technology advancement and changing consumer preference, and this shift has also transformed the way individuals conduct financial transaction and also manage their finance. The convenience and also their simplicity of digital banking solutions have attracted users, especially younger generations who are early adopted by technology. And the COVID-19 pandemic further accelerated the adoption of digital banking as the movement restriction and also social distancing measure made online platform more appealing. However, a challenge remains such as lack of financial literacy among the certain individual and also concern about safety of internet-based financial platform. Now, the use of digital banking has also witnessed significant growth globally, driven by its accessibility and also convenience. However, this adoption and usage of digital banking service way across different nation and region. If we can discuss about the evolutions that began in 1970 with the emergence of online banking, which gradually expanded to functionally as the user became more familiar with digital service, and this introduction of mobile banking further advanced of the capability of digital banking. Now, in 2020 itself, a majority of adults in the United States who possess bank account utilized online mobile banking service with a percentage of exceeding like 70% according to Edelman and more in 2015. And the competitions among financial institutions to provide cutting-edge digital service has resulted in the emergence of novel technologies such as the blockchain and also the increased adoption of artificial intelligence. More or less, like 62% of users digital banking in France check their account of daily base, and this also indicates that French consumers are now more proactive in managing their financial affairs. The level of economy is also determined as country gross domestic product, or you can short it as GDP, which represents the total value of goods and services produced within a given period. In this case, in France, the GDP stood at approximately 2.7 trillion in 2021, make it the second largest economic in Europe and also the sixth largest in the world. However, in France, economic performance has been mixed in recent years. Like many countries, France faced significant challenge in 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic, and this pandemic led to a contraction of the country GDP by 8.3%, resulting in a substantial decrease in economic activity. And despite this challenge, there are positive expectations for the future. For example, the economy is projected to recover in the coming year with a growth rate of 4.4% in 2021 and 4.5% in 2022. Now, the problems that we are going to discuss is like how does the economic growth of France influence consumption in digital banking applications? What are the factors that affect consumer behavior in adopting digital banking? And how can financial institutions leverage the economic growth to enhance digital banking usage? And the objective that we are want to include is we want to provide recommendations for financial institutions to optimize digital banking usage based on growth. We want to identify the factor influencing consumer behavior in adopting digital bank service. Last but not least, we want to explore the relationship between the economic growth and also the digital banking consumption. Moving on to the methodology that we're going to use, we are going to use a quantitative research method that will be employed, especially to the survey and questionnaire. And these surveys aim to focusing on a gather about respondent consumption pattern when we are using the online banking itself, on how economic expansion affect their personal finance. And the survey itself will be designed to capture important variable related to digital banking usage, economic growth, and also consumption pattern. And the research will ensure that the survey is well structured clear and unbiased to encourage the accurate and honest response for participants. Now, based on analysis, we got like total of 100% that are representing the questionnaires regarding this apply financial growth rate in using digital banking. As you can see in the left in the figure itself, the data available, it can conclusions that the majority of respondents came from the city of Lille, which accounts for 50%, or the total respondent is 50. The next most population city in Paris had a total of 17 respondents, and the city in France has a 16 responder, whereas like the remaining city like Marseille, Poitiers, Strasbourg have the average of just 1% per city. Now, in the right hand, according to the data available itself, we can see that there is a majority responding is like 54 people with a total income between 500 to 1,000 euros per month, and then like there are also around 20 people with the income of 1,000 and 3,000 euro per month, and then like more than 3,000 euros income are being gathered by two people or 2% from the total respondent. Now, we're going to use the SPSS to having the testing variable. We have this model summary, ANOVA, and also correlations. So basically, there are the coefficients of determinations, the adjustment, and also the standard of error itself. That may be concluded by the coefficient of determinations is 0.478% or 47.8% by the service of digital banking. That are remaining like 54.6% is determined by other factor. It can be the lack of promotional factor, a regulatory policy to security, which quite complex. And based on the result of the ANOVA test and F test itself, it was determined that there is a significant 0.00, which means that the value is less than 0.05. And the calculated F value is 44.372, and we can see from the R table, which is like you can find it on the source on the internet, and it shows that the independent variable, which is the digital banking quality and the digital user satisfaction, significantly make the largest contributions to dependent variable, which is the digital banking. Now, as you can see, we are using the significant tool itself. There is a service of the digital banking, which is 0.00, is less than 0.005. Now, as you can see in the testing variable, we have this regression coefficient itself of digital banking, which is 0.241. And this feature is indicate that if the website design quality is increased by 1 minute, the customer satisfaction will increase by 24.1%. And this means that the quality of digital banking has positive direction towards the customer satisfaction. And the regression coefficients of the convenience variables in using digital banking is 0.813, or you can mention if we are increased in 1 unit, the customer satisfaction will increase by 81.3%. And it means that the customer convenience in using digital banking has a positive direction toward the customer satisfaction. Now, as you can see from the result itself, we can see that 47.8% of the variability in customer satisfaction can be explained by the factor is like the design quality of the applications, and then the information quality, accuracy, speed, and also the digital banking. And there is also the quality that are focusing on the digital effects, that it means that there is a tendency for the customer to be satisfied. And then there are also like the financial industry as a whole would benefit from the focusing on the efficiency and efficacy digital banking service in order to increase the customer satisfaction. Now, based on the conclusions, we can see that it is recommended that the individual placement significant emphasis by the attribute of digital banking are not limited by the precision, efficiency, and also more focusing on the website design to respective application. And this incorporation in the element is guaranteeing on satisfactory users experience from customer utilizing digital banking service. And there are also some recommendations and limitations such as the strict security measure, and then the customized digital banking service, and also continuous monitoring and detection. That's all that I can share about this. Thank you very much and have a nice day.